Hello everyone. Today we will be reciting a poem called The Quarrel. Students, before we recite the poem, let's have a brief introduction of the poetess. So, poetess means the female writer, the female. The poet is a male version, and poetess is the female version. Now, you can see in the picture, she is Eleanor Fudgeon. She is the poetess and she wrote this poem, The Quarrel. So she is an English writer for children especially, which often mock the behavior of adults. Her writings are mocks the behavior of adults, earn her revered place in many British nurseries. So before we recite the poem, let's discuss few things. Like, it is common for brothers and sisters to quarrel, although sometimes they may not even be able to say why the quarrel is started. So it is common for all of us to fight with our siblings, and it happens in everybody's home. We cannot deny this fact. It is fact. We quarrel for silly petty things, and we don't even know the reason where it started and why it started, but still we fight. But how long do such quarrels last? Do you think the quarrel lasts for a long time? No, it is very difficult because we all live under the same roof and we cannot keep the quarrel for a long time. So how do they end? How do they end? We don't even know how they end. Someone would definitely try to pacify the other one, and somehow they get rid of the fight and they started to behaving normal. So same, the quarrel, the poetess had a fight, had a quarrel with her brother. So now let's see this poem and recite this poem. Quarreled with my brother, I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, "Ho, come along. We can't go on all night." I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. Quarrel, poem by Eleanor Fudgeon. I quarreled with my brother, I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me up on the back and said, "Oh, come on, we can't go on all night." It was in the wrong night, so he was in the right. There is a great message in this simple poem. Most of the time, the issues on which differences grow can be very insignificant, but it's because of our stubborn nature and ego that leads to conflicts. In this poem, the quarrel, the poetess argued with her brother over something which could be easily ignored. But in the end, the argument became so strong that it turned into a big fight which continued for the whole day. Both of them thought that they were right. Later, the brother realizes that his sister is more important to him than anything else and decides to mend things. Wouldn't it be nice if there is more people in the world like him, who kill their ego in order to bring peace? Gandhi quoted, "It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err." Take care and see you soon.